This is we're gonna start second unit, and in second unit it's about the process, problems, objective, research questions, and then types of research. So before you go and understand these all terms, these all elements of second unit, you need to decide that either you're gonna try to work on quantitative research or you're gonna start for qualitative research. That is somewhere layman language. But here we'll talk about the scientific way of scientific way of research. The terms are deductive approach and inductive approach. So let us start with deductive approach. What is this deductive approach of research? The deductive approach include test or verify a theory. Very simple. So that means whenever you see any research where you have hypothesis, where you have research questions, where you are analyzing the data. So main thing would be here hypothesis testing. So whenever you read any paper, any article, any dissertation, any thesis, and the researcher is talking about hypothesis, testing the hypothesis or proposition, then it would be a deductive approach. What do you mean by deductive approach? So here you see, before testing hypothesis, it's a verifying a theory. Now you will have some issue in your mind that you have gone through different paper, different article, research paper, thesis, dissertation, but these objectives were there, research questions were there, hypotheses were there. What is this verifying a theory? It's not clear to us, right? And then beside talking about testing hypothesis, he or she might have discussed defining variables, measuring variables, and using different instruments to obtain the score. So this is called deductive approach. So in India, I know Delhi University or North India, most of the time when you think of a research in universities, colleges, 80 to 90% cases people go for this kind of research. They have some objective research questions, research design, hypothesis, right? General hypothesis, proposition, and then statistical hypothesis. They define their construct and variables, and they try to capture their variables or constructs with different instrument, maybe questionnaire, and in questionnaire we have nominal data, ordinal data, interval data, and finally a scale data. So whenever you see these all features in a research, this would be a deductive research. Now let me tell you conceptually what is this deductive research. Now some phenomena you want to understand, that okay, this phenomena is there. For example, you want to understand that performance of MCOM student after they graduate, after they pass out from this university. So performance, we always, when you think of student like you, your performance after you complete this course, maybe 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, we will expect you will be settled down by the time, and you will be earning good amount. So your performance would be judged on the basis of your income after 3 or 5 years down the line, right? Agree with me, all of you? Now second, we want to understand that performance, is it somewhere linked with your intelligence level? Intelligence may be in terms of your marks. Can we say that your marks, your grades reflect on your intelligence? So whenever you see a theory, a logic, So actually with the help of hypothesis, you are testing that logic. You are testing that particular conceptual understanding. You are testing the theory. That theory was that highly intelligent people, those who secured good grades, would their performance would be high in terms of their salary, right? Okay. So this is a one kind of research. Let me show you. This is, sorry, this is the process of a deductive research. First, test or verify a theory. So ultimate goal would be that whatever theory you have, you verify it or test it, and for that what we need to do, we need to develop a hypothesis. What is hypothesis? That would be that as I mentioned that highly intelligent people will have high performance, right? Highly intelligence leads to high performance. Simple term. So this is a one kind of hypothesis. Possible outcome. So a possible outcome would be between two variables. This is the relationship. Or research questions from a theory. So there is a theory. There is a conceptual understanding of a particular phenomena. So from there, you will interpret, you will derive a theory and different kind of questions. Now next comes define and operationalize variable. Now this is the biggest issue, biggest problem, that how to operationalize intelligence, because someone said that how do we know that this is intelligence? Those who secure good marks, and suppose I got a 99% in mathematics, so I feel that I am an intelligent. So marks could be a one way of defining intelligence, but what are the other ways through which we can define or measure or operationalize the intelligence? So this is a one variable of operationalize the variable. Second variable was performance. So how to capture, measure or operationalize the performance? So performance would be in terms of income only, that because you have a good income, on the basis of that you can feel that your performance in life is better, because we have a different element, different parameter of defining your good life. So income could be one out of that, different variables of a good life. Good health could be another one, right? Good relationship with all members of a family or relative, that could be another one. Your image, that could be another one. Your success, right? How many people knows you? So these, there may be different parameters of a performance in terms of a success. So question arise here, you can, the fourth one, measure and observe variables with instrument to obtain scores. So through which instrument you will measure these different terms? The terms are performance and intelligence. So someone can say, sir, let me talk to someone, and on the basis of different questions, I will be able to give you an idea that this boy, this girl is intelligent or not. So you will ask her questions, different questions, right? It will reflect on his or her intelligence. Second person can say that, sir, I need to develop a questionnaire. The questionnaire would consist of IQ test or EQ test. If they are able to secure good grades on the basis of these IQ and EQ test, then we can say that these people are intelligent people. Agree with me? So here we have an instrument. So to measure a particular phenomena, to measure a particular variable or a construct, we have different instrument. To check the intelligence, we have IQ test. It is the one instrument to measure a intelligence of a person. Right, everybody? So let me come to all of you. In inductive approach of conducting a research, inducting refers to the approach of researcher where the research begins with general information related to a particular problem and find out a specific solution. So there it was very specific, here it is very general. For example, while working on a new product development, many creative people are approached. They collect opinion of dealers, consumers, experts, competitors to introduce the idea. It may be described as system of synthesis in which researchers carried out a large-scale analysis of general information. In this approach, the researcher generates or builds theory by exploring phenomena or collecting information. See this, build theory. In deductive, what was there? Already theory is there. You need to test that particular theory. But in this inductive approach, what we are doing? Something new. And here our approach would be to build theory. Right. So let me see which one you feel is difficult task. Deductive approach or inductive approach. Where here you don't know anything. It's something new. A new phenomena you see. Now you want to see a logic, you want to understand that logic, and you want to define that logic, that why this is so, why this is like this, why it is happening like this, and then you propose a theory. This is clear to all of you. In inductive research, we develop, propose a theory. In deductive research, we test the hypothesis. Actually, we are testing the theory. So now you need to decide at this stage, either you go for deductive one or opt inductive research. So in inductive research, it's not always required to talk to so many people. Just one person case study is more than enough sometime. That one person case study, for example, I remember one student in our institution, maybe 3-4 years back, he used to demand he belonged to PWD group, so he demanded that he needed more time to write exams. So we had given, as per the university rule, I believe at that time it was 3 hours whenever physically he used to come to write exam. So we had offered a 3 hours, right? What was his problem? He used to come late, and after when 3 hours is over, he used to demand more time to write exam. And we told him that many times, see, you come late, please be on time. And secondly, university has given this instruction that we cannot give you more than, I think it was 4 hours or 4.5 hours, right? But he used to demand that he is not able to write and he need more time, right? So his behavior was not as general. So that was a one case study in our group, that why this person is demanding extra time, and what is that which persuade him to go for like this. And what he did, he complained to VC, Vice Chancellor Sahab, so that this institution is not giving me extra time. But university has already given that 4 and 4.5 hours you can give. So we used to give, but there was something, I don't know, I observed his behavior, and that was totally different. So you might have seen a few students, the way they talk, the way they behave, they are different from the all, people, from all group member. So that one odd person can be a, person of research. You can work on that person. You can work on that person, that okay, this is the person who has a different kind of behavior. Maybe in other country, maybe in some other institution, you will find this kind of people. So do you need to make, same kind of rules and regulation? I mean, these kind of people, they need to adhere the same kind of rules and regulation, like 4 hour, 1 hour extra, or we need to put some more efforts or give more time. What we need to do, because it's a matter of concern. Every time we will write a letter to VC, and then VC will ask for explanation, and we will say that as per the university we have given time, what to do, right? So you might have noticed that many times you face this kind of challenge, that you meet people, those who are a bit different. So that one person also could be a case study for you. So one case study also, kind of a qualitative research, but it should have some kind of, for example, a lot of people, they conduct a research on a community, especially a tribe community in different area, and they want to understand their how they live their life, what they do, what is their livelihood, what is the sources of their livelihood, um, what business they do. These all they understand, and they become a part of that, and they're supposed to stay with them to understand how do they communicate, what they do, what is their behavior. So this is also a theoretical. So theoretical model, creating a theoretical logical model, giving theory is going to be a very difficult task. So let me share and continue what we have been talking. So here you see this gonna be a very important issue over here. Inducting refers to the approach of research where the research begins with the general information related to a particular problem and find out a specific solution. For example, while working on a new product, so this could be from marketing point of view, but in social science, it's about psychology, it's about rural India, it's about people, it's about community, it's about society, it's about education. So you can take any parameter and find out why this is so. So this is why this logic work here, why not working in other community, how this community behave, how this communicate, this community or society react, why people behave in a certain manner. So you need to develop a particular theory or logics. It's very difficult, but if you are able to develop, it's gonna give you a lot of weightage. So here you can see it start with data collection to explore a phenomena and build a theory. So it's actually you are trying to explore and understanding a phenomena, why this phenomena is like this, how they perform like this, what kind of rituals they have, right? Like I mentioned rituals, when you think of a cow, we call it holy cow. Whenever we think of Ganga river water, we say that it's a holy Ganga river water, it take care of all the ailment. So we, in our culture, we have a different phenomena. So someone can understand, can develop a theory, because they have this kind of tradition, they have this culture, so they have this kind of beliefs. But now you need to talk about the contradiction in within the phenomena also, that now a lot of people, they don't want to go for this kind of traditional beliefs. And recently there was a survey, one organization, that young people, they don't want to get married. That is another phenomena in India, right? So that, what is theory behind that? So you need to find out the reasons, logic, that why a lot of people, they prefer not to go for marriage. I don't know, they think that it's a freedom, or maybe there may be a lot of reason that they will have more responsibility after marriage, so they don't want to bear that responsibility on their shoulder. So there could be, you need to find out that solution. So induction emerge where the researchers observe a fact and ask, why is this happening? So here you see why this is happening, why this is so, why people behave, why people, they don't want to marry. And here you see Chandler, I'm not talking about this is so following is the approach. So finally, just last 5 minutes, this is the process of inductive research: gather information, observe, interview. Sometimes you don't go and collect data in terms of interview or collect data from questionnaire, you just go and observe. And sometimes you become a part of that community to understand more about that particular community or society. You take interview, observe, then record, maintain a record, field note, diary, or open-ended questions. So open-ended means qualitative information you write down about that particular community, society, individual. Then analyze the information, whatever you have written, different themes, different categories. Measure, observe variable with the instrument to obtain scores. Now we have a software which capture the qualitative information also, right? How many times this word has been used, how many times this word has been repeated. So there have been a lot of software also. So then on the basis of that, you observe the pattern that this is the pattern in this particular community, in particular society, and then propose a theory, right? Then theory from the analysis, and possess generalization and theory from past experience, and then say that this particular had this kind of this other community had this. They may be a contradictory to each other, or they may be similar to each other, and then finally it would be a part of literature. So this is all about the second unit, introduction, and then slowly we will dig more and enter into. I hope with this inductive and deducting things are clear to all of you, and then we'll talk more about second unit in next class.